Guys, I promise you, it's in your toughest moments of life that allow you to become the best possible version of yourself. It's through the discomfort that you evolve and become an even more authentic version of you. And I'm going to show you how in my life, this past year, the most uncomfortable year I've ever lived. So much stress, so much fear, so much doubt for my future, regret for my past, uncertainty. But because I allowed myself to live in that and learn to evolve through uncomfortable moments, I'm more confident, I'm more grounded, I'm more wise, I'm more able to show up fully for my mission, for my partner, for my community, and deliver the gifts that I set out to deliver when I decided to become an entrepreneur and fully go into my mission, my passion for helping other people transform, for helping other people create an extraordinary life, helping other people become the most authentic version of you. But going out to Asia, it wasn't just sunshines and rainbows, guys. And if you followed me on Instagram or you've seen my content on LinkedIn, like I talk about those painful moments that I experienced abroad. You know, going out to Bali, I had so much expectation. I feel like when you see a place like Bali from the outside in, you see this facade that everyone's there just making a ton of money. They're the most free they've ever been. And I will say that is the most free I've ever been. That level of freedom was insane. The lifestyle there is amongst the best, but I had these expectations that my business would just take off immediately. And that really hurt my ego when I struggled to create consistent revenue. I struggled to get new clients. And I still fully believe, but it was just like, I'm putting in all this effort, but I wasn't getting the results. And you start to realize, wait, this takes time. This isn't something that you can rush into becoming an entrepreneur or building something that is powerful, building something that is meaningful. They gotta chill behind me. Anyway, I mean, honestly, fireworks. Fire fucking works. Take a moment to express gratitude for how far you've come to be in this moment right now. Think about those challenging moments that you didn't think you were going to be able to overcome. And look at where you're at now. Zoom out. In the past 5, 10 years, zoom out about from how amazing of a person that you become. And remember that you're just getting started. It's a blessing, man. Every single day we get an opportunity to wake up and fully experience life, to be present, to embody your true essence. And guess what? Not every day is going to be great. Not every day is going to be fun. Not every day is going to be an adventure. Not every day you're going to feel joy. But guess what? It's those that reflect in those moments where they're lacking those emotions of peace, of presence, of joy. It's those that are taking those moments to truly reflect on why they're experiencing that pain, where that pain is coming from, what's triggering this pain. Those that get truly curious about their habits, their energy, their decisions, and why they might feel a certain way. And that's a part of self-awareness, right? And I think that's a big thing I've learned in this journey as a coach, as a mindfulness coach, as a founder, as someone that's building my own business. You know, there were nights where I'd literally go to bed and I'd wake up with just anxiety, just fear. You know, when you leave your job and you step into entrepreneurship in the way I did, where I didn't wait to have like this amount of money to start my business, I said, fuck that, I'm going all in. That's how I am. That's how I always have been. That's how I will be in certain areas of my life. I don't know if I would do that again, but I choose the pain that comes with it every single time, because look at just the man I've become is so powerful, resilient. Even in moments where you feel like you're failing, you still show up. You still execute. You still believe in yourself. You don't quit. You keep going. You know how many moments I had in this past year where I was just like, okay, I'm going to quit this. I'm going to step away from my purpose just to get a job, just to have more comfort. And it's a reasonable choice for other people, but you know what I ask myself in those moments? Have I given it 100%? Have I given this my all? Truly? Have I shown up daily in a way that I'm giving it my best? And that answer is still no. And that's not to be down or hard on myself. That's to show just how much more potential there is in this business, in my vision, in my mission. I've had opportunities. I've had people reach out to me to work with their companies, or I thought about teaching English. I've thought about many different things, and to also have side income too while building this is not a bad thing. But each time I keep coming back to, well, what if I just think of a product idea that already suits what I'm building now? And I feel like that's what Oasis Global has become, is like, I feel like the pricing that I had for my first offer wasn't like meant for the actual community I have, and that's okay. Pricing, I feel like, is such an interesting topic. But now with Oasis Global, like creating something accessible for other men to be vulnerable, to share their truth, to creating a one-on-one meditation offering where people can meditate with me weekly and deepen their practice and deepen their self-awareness for a price that is also accessible. That to me is way more fucking important than hitting these 10K months. It's, am I practicing my craft with other people? Am I actually doing the work? Am I living in my purpose? That is way more important. The money will come. And I feel like I had it all, not backwards. I was doing my best. I was launching different offers and trying different things, but every time I would just burn myself out. I've learned my archetype, I'm not a person that does cold outreach. I'm not a person that just sells. I'm someone that creates this type of content where you can get to experience the real me, my energy, real friendships, real relationships. The men that are joining my men's group are people that know me. They followed my journey. They've seen that I show up authentically. They see that I live in my truth. What you're getting in this video is not just some scripted message. It's who I am. And that's why this is so effortless for me to talk to you, because this is who I am. This is what I do when I'm off camera, is I have conversations with other people, Elise, myself, that are expansive, that are catered towards how do I become a better person. They're catered towards what do I need to let go of. They're catered towards becoming better. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have that in me. And I'm excited to just continue showing you guys my gifts. Right now I think I have 80 subscribers. If I continue to do this daily, weekly, creating the shorts, and for me, that's why I love YouTube so much, because you can do this long form expression. Like, it wouldn't be that for me if it was writing. It wouldn't be that for short form reels. That's not my gift. I don't do that naturally. I don't think I need to do that naturally in this period of my life, especially as a one-man team. Not a one-man team, but a small team, right? But I feel like this past year in Asia taught me so much about myself and the gaps that I had, the opportunities I had to grow even more and become better. Just like the simplicity of structuring your days and staying consistent with that structure and listening to your body, the rhythm of your body. Working for a company, you have all that structure. You have that support. You have that calendar that you show up to Monday through Friday, the exact hours that you're taking calls. 2 days out of the week you get to rest and chill. And once you become a founder, all of that goes away. The stability of having a consistent paycheck every 2 weeks, that goes away. So you have to grow into that lifestyle. When I started working, maybe when I was like 16 or 17. So I started working for other people up until I was 26. So that's 10 years of living a specific way. And now I'm teaching myself and learning through trial and tribulations how to live this different way, how to balance a business while also balancing and showing up fully in my relationship with Elise, showing up in my community, content, right? Your finances, your lifestyle, all of that, you're juggling at once. And we all have to be honest with ourselves. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's difficult. And the person that it requires you to become, it's amazing. I can't wait to meet that version of Remy that is just so living in alignment with his truth. He has the proper structure in his finances, in his business. And I do to an extent now, and I'm so proud of how I've showed up, and it's only going to continue to grow, but I see that potential. I see that potential for myself, and that's that fire. That's my true, mission and purpose in my life. It's not just about other people, right? It's how great can I become? How much more room do I have within just my climb of potential? I don't know if that fucking made sense, but we'll continue. Just it's unlimited. I can become whoever the fuck I want if I choose the right choices that will take me towards that person, right? I've always believed you have a vision in your head, right? And I'll share a little bit about my vision, right? Oasis Global is this, it's not just a coaching or a men's group, right? It's an ecosystem. We do retreats, we do events, we do DJ sets, we have clothing, all of it, because that's who I am. I started a clothing brand in 2018. I've been DJing since 2023. I love playing music in front of other people. I've hosted retreats in Tulum, events in Bali, events all over the world, right? And that's what we're becoming, but how do you reverse engineer that, right? That's where you want to go. You know where you want to go. You've known where you wanted to go for a very long time. How do I become the man that can create that into reality? Who do I need to become? Who do I need to become as a person? What do I need to let go of? What's blocking me from becoming that version of self? Relationships, your thoughts, your limiting beliefs, your habits, right? Your environment. All of that plays a factor towards a vision that you're becoming. But even when it doesn't seem like you're taking steps towards that vision, have that belief that everything you're experiencing is guiding you exactly to where you need to go. Every lesson, every challenge, every relationship, whether they're long-term friendships, whether they're short-term in your life, whether it's a partner, whether it's a breakup, whether you go through a health scare, whether you get an injury, right? All of these little challenges are taking you closer to who you need to become. And of course, in the moment, it's painful. It can be painful for a long time. But what is that pain trying to teach you? What is the lesson within that discomfort? It's those that are constantly thinking about what's the lesson? What can I learn about myself? How can I show up differently in this next moment, this next experience, so that that discomfort doesn't need to happen? And it's not about avoiding discomfort. It's just becoming more aware of your specific discomfort and removing the barrier and the chains that it has on you to becoming the best person, the best version of you. I feel grateful. I feel grateful that I think in the way I do. I know that my perspective and this is me in my life, my mindset, has constantly taken me to where I want to go in life. Elise and I are going to Brazil in a month, right? We are in Asia for basically a year and 2 months. We come back to Columbus, see family, see friends, continue building our businesses, continue building our connection, which has been so beautiful since I've been back with her. I feel so blessed to have her as my teammate in life. She is phenomenal, guys. She's truly an angel. Elise is a special girl, and I can't wait for those of you to meet her and experience her energy, because you'll understand why I am able to be the person that I am today. I am so free, and I always have a safe space to be vulnerable, to just a partner in crime that loves me unconditionally. And that has been one of the biggest unlocks for me on this journey, because I'm not alone. I love talking about Elise. Just keep believing in yourself. You're incredible. Truly. You are incredible. Feel that in your bones. This world needs your creativity desperately. Please do yourself and the world the service of giving it your all every single day. And that doesn't mean you have to overwork, right? That just means living as deeply as you can in your truth. Want to know what my day was like today? I think Elise and I last night were watching this Brazilian movie, because we're going to Brazil. We love, the cultures looks fucking beautiful. Went to bed maybe around 2, woke up around 10, had breakfast with her, which was amazing. We played pool after, because I was like, all right, before we go and work, let's have some fun. I got the 8-ball in. I was winning. It was tragic, but she copped the dub on me. Shout out to her. Both came down here, went in this office space, locked in. I had a DJ set on the TV. She had her AirPods. She's locking in. I'm locking in on my project. Afterwards, I'm feeling tired as shit. Meditate for 40 minutes. Integrate, because when you do long work sessions, your energy just feels so weird. But right after that, we eat, and then we go lift together. Just the lifestyle, and that's just a sneak peek into it, that we've created for ourselves. We do whatever the fuck we want when we want. The lifestyle comes first, right? I have yet to work 8 to 10 hours since I've started this. That's not who I am. I can't do that. The quality of my work will decrease. I won't feel good. I'm sure there will be times when that happens, but just understanding my archetype as a person is essential. I don't need to work that hard. I create the right choices and actions daily to move me closer to my vision. A vision that I have that will be across decades of time, right? I don't need this to happen overnight. This is my purpose. This is my passion. This business is my baby. This is who I am. Guys, and that in itself is something that is not easy when you are fully stepping into your dream and putting yourself out there in front of other people. It's discouraging, especially when you don't feel like you're getting the results that your mind wants to have or that you want to have, the expectations. But don't fucking worry about that shit. Remember why you started this path. Remember why you wanted to step fully into your dream, your purpose, your mission. Don't lose sight of that. And don't let other people take that away from you. Don't let social media, don't let your mind. You can do this. You can do this. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Remington Rodney. You already know, you're a fucking boy. This was a fun one to do. We're going to keep it rolling. Have a beautiful night or day or morning, wherever the fuck you are, because Oasis is global. You dig?